Won't you take me home? Give me wings to fly.
Hello and welcome to another video. So as you guys can see in front of me, I have a 9-volt train. I bought it pretty recently. There's a story behind that. I might go over some of that in this video, but I'm going to do a full review on this set maybe in a week or so because I'm still waiting on some parts. I did release a short on it recently, so if you guys didn't see that, go check it out. But this is going to be the first long form video about this train. I'm going to do a couple. I got the chance to buy this train. I really wanted a 9-volt train just to, compare it to 12-volt sets, and yeah, this is one of the 9-volt sets that I actually really like compared to stuff like, 4561/60, 4559 I just don't really like as much. 4565 I don't like as much as well. And the Metroliner is very expensive, although I do love that train. But 4564, the Freight Rail Runner, this train is the Freight Rail Runner. I really like it. The engine design is super nice. The cargo wagons are cool, and it's got a couple of really nice action features that I find very unique. So yeah, of course it works. I did test everything, and as you can see, it is missing some parts. Probably the most obvious of which are like the motor, little side skirts, and a couple of buffers. It's missing some other pieces, like the gray fences here, and some other pieces that you'll see if you look closely. But I have ordered all those pieces. They're on their way, and they should be here maybe in a little over a week from filming this, although you guys might see this video earlier. But yeah, so this video is kind of like an introduction to this 9-volt set, but also the box that I got for the set, because you can see the original box in the end of the shot. It was a little bit damaged. The lid of it, the hinge lid, is falling off of the, well, it's not falling off, it's actually completely ripped off of the cover of the box. So today I'm going to be repairing that box, and it should be pretty easy, so today should be a pretty quick video. But I wanted to talk about this set a little bit while I'm repairing the box. So let's get ready for the repair. Alright, so while the hot glue gun is heating up, because that's the only tool we'll need today, I'll go into a little bit of detail about how I got this set without, trying to dox myself. But anyways, my brother actually went to Denmark recently, and he has a good friend who lived near us for a year, and my brother went to school with him, and they became good friends. So my brother, we actually as a family went to Denmark. That's again where I got my 7735. But he went back alone very recently, and his friend happened to have this set 4564 as, I guess his dad had it, or someone in his family had just bought it when it was new and it had just been sitting for a while. And my brother's friend knew that I liked Lego trains and that I collect 12-volt stuff. So he's like, hey, you want this 4564? I was like, sure, why not? It will be a good opportunity, and I'll get it imported from Denmark, which, it doesn't have any DKSSF box variant, but it's still a super cool, story to tell when I get this set, and it's got the European transformer. So I said I offered them $200 for it, sight unseen. I figured it would be incomplete, right? And it ended up being incomplete. It had a lot of the pieces, but I had to spend some more money to get everything secured. But it arrived, and it actually ended up having 16 extra pieces of straight track, which immediately made it an amazing deal for $200. Obviously this box as well, the box is damaged, which is what I'm going to be repairing today, but overall it's a very good purchase. I think I'm going to end up putting about, I made the other order for all the parts. I actually bought them from the same seller that I got my 7750 from. He was able to secure all the parts in Germany, and then he just shipped them out today actually to me, and that cost me about $150 US, which again, it's cheaper than if I had bought all the pieces myself, because I needed a couple of stickered pieces, and those you can only find in Europe. So it ended up saving me money probably, and I paid about 150 euros for that, so 180, 190 US on top of the $200 cost for the set. And then I am buying a set of 9-volt points, which I paid about $60 for. They were actually new in box, and the price difference wasn't that much. So I'll do a review on those. But anyways, that's kind of a bit of rambling. But for about $425, $450 US all in, I'll have a box 4564 complete, plus a set of 9-volt points and 16 extra straight tracks, which is a pretty dang good value. And the set will have all the stickers and everything in with the box. So yeah, that's a really good value, even though the parts are a lot of money and the points and stuff is a good value because I got those extra straights. So yeah, and for the box repair, you can see a little bit back there. The bottom of the box, that's fine. The inner tray is fine. However, for the top lid, it's just like slots on top, and then it has the flip out top like the 12 volt sets do. Although, I mean, this is a little bit different design, but this piece is off. So I just have to glue this back together. So let's get started. Hopefully this hot glue gun is hot now. I'm gonna check it. Oh, yep, okay, that's good. So I think the best way to do this, I did look it up, and for gluing cardboard together, hot glue is the best option. Obviously, I don't have the Lego like standard glue, and I'm going to, how should I do this? I think what I'll do is, let me move the camera down a little bit, and what I will do, I can move this out of the way, move it back, and then I can move this a bit. I think to keep it all aligned, I'm actually going to line this up like this, and basically this just has to be glued right here, and that's it. That's all I have to do. I don't think I'm going to do any other tape repairs because the box honestly is a little bit beat up on the outside, but it's in pretty solid structural condition. So I don't think there's really much I can do to repair it beyond that. And yeah, I mean, oh, you can see that the plastic window has gotten retaped, so I might add a little bit more tape on that. But so let's get started. Like honestly, I really don't think it'll be that hard. It's pretty much just 2 like strips along the entire thing, and I do have an extra hot glue stick if we run out. Yeah, so that's out, and then let's load another one in. I'd like to think that I'm getting pretty good at box repair. This is like the 3rd Lego train box I've had to repair. Obviously, they're different styles. The older 12 volt versus the newer 12 volt versus the 4th box I've had to repair. So the 9 volt versus early 12 volt versus later 12 volt is very different box styles. So I've had a little experience with repairing all of them at this point. Doesn't have to be perfect because this is just going to get, you know, it's all going to go on the inside anyways. So I think that should be good. So let's stick it up now. Should be aligned pretty well. I don't really have any clamps or anything to hold this together. I can just like put it like that and press down, I guess. And hot glue dries pretty quick. I'm looking from the top. I know you guys can't see, but from the other side, like over here, the alignment looks pretty good. Yeah, not a perfect condition box. You can see a lot of like scuffs and stuff, but it's like it's nothing super severe. It's all like normal damage. You know, this has been well loved, which honestly I really don't mind. So this is looking pretty solid. I think it's already bonded, so let's flip it over, take a look. That's some pretty good alignment. It's a little bit to the, yeah, you can see it's a little like I did end up gluing it. There's a little bit more space on this side and it overlaps a little on this side, but it's pretty good. Take a look inside. You can see that's very good on this side here. So I honestly think that's about it for repairs. Yeah, maybe I'll grab some tape and, oh yeah, this is coming off of it. So I don't know if I want to take off this tape here because this is obviously retaped, but I risk damaging the box if I take this tape off. That's the thing. There's like some bead in here. What the heck? Okay, I'm gonna try to take this out. Yeah, what the heck? This is not Lego. You know, it's been used, which is okay. I mean, what can you expect from a many years old Lego set? Showing you guys here. So this tape is like kind of damaged. I might just take this off and then retape it what I can. And then this also is like coming off as well, but I can't really do much for that because this would need like double-sided tape or glue or something to get it back on. I could try hot glue maybe. I've never tried hot glue for a repair. That's tough. Alright, so I got that piece in the corner off, which is the most, you know, poorly put piece on. Other than that, it doesn't look bad, I want to say. This corner is falling off a little bit. Let me grab some tape and I'll be right back. Alright, so I grabbed the roll of tape. We're just going to do some touch-ups here, like nothing super substantial, because again, the glue is like mostly holding for this plastic window. I just want to make sure it's not going to like fall out or look bad. Just a couple pieces, I think. I'm going to try to make it so the tape doesn't like end up showing from the top of the box, because that won't look great. I'll put a couple pieces down here as well, because this part over here is also like starting to fall out. Unfortunately, when you have glue that's like, this set is not as old as 12-volt sets, but it's still about 31 years old. 31 years old at the maximum, if it was early run. But for sets that are this old, you know, the glue is gonna wear out. And this is very much not a super like professional way to do it, but no one's gonna see it from the front. I don't really know of a better way to do it. It doesn't look bad, see? Obviously it's got like the tape levels here, but it's an imperfect box. What am I gonna do? This one I'm gonna screw it. I need that small piece. I didn't really notice this when I got the box, that the glue was failing, so like it's not a super big deal. It's just for stability and so that the plastic window doesn't fall out unexpectedly or something. Yeah, still not perfect, but it's a lot better. There's still some like, you know, bubbling here. Probably because of this tape. I don't really want to take this off because this was already put on. So here's the lid of the box. Again, it's got like some scuffs and scratches and stuff, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Alright, so last step for this video is I'm gonna put the entire box together and you guys can see for yourselves the total repair. You'll see in the bottom I do have all of the extra 9-volt track. So I have 18 straights here, 16 curves here, which is perfect for 2 straights that are in the set, and then the 16 extras. These are some extra pieces from the set. These are some extra pieces that were not in the set. It's a little hard to see. But yeah, I'll just slap the instructions on top. I'm not entirely sure if the instructions came on top or on bottom in the original box. I knew for 12-volt sets they came on the bottom. So let's do this. And then the 9-volt sets, interestingly, had like, because it had a lid from the top, these little flaps could go in. And then the seals were right here. So I'll just put the other flap in. Although these flaps are kind of worn, but whatever. So yeah, now the lid of the box flips up properly. So that's pretty cool. All right. So yeah, that's about it for today. And then I think the next video that you guys will see is the full review of the 9-volt set. Actually, no, I take that back. The next video you'll probably see is the 9-volt points, the sealed unboxing and review. That's set number 4531. I got that from a US seller, so it should be here pretty quick. It just shipped out today. And yeah, that should hopefully be here within the next, couple of days to a week, and then I'll do an unboxing and review of those points. because I do want to give, you know, the 9 volt sets that I'm getting, I want to give them proper reviews just like I do for my 12 volt sets. They're Lego sets. I mean, obviously I'm primarily a 12 volt collector, but I do want to review these 9 volt sets because they're super cool. So I'll review the points, and then the next video will be a full review of the 4564, just like I do for my 12 volt reviews, as soon as I get all of the pieces for it. And then after that, I'm actually planning to do a 9 volt and 12 volt comparison, which I'm really excited for. Now that I have a 9 volt train, I can do a proper comparison. I'll probably be comparing 4564 to 7735 because it's the most similar set, I would say, although I may end up putting the 7755 engine in. But yeah, that's like my future plans for the next couple videos. So yeah, I think that brings us to the end of this video. Thanks for making it to the end if you got all the way to the end, and I will see you guys in the next one.